now we travel back into the BP studio. I think some more macarons on the menu.
Absolutely, Andy. You hit it right on the head. We're going to check in with Jill Bellin. She's hanging out at Ollia's this morning talking about making macaron.
Yes, macarons and tea, and I know Andy loves to say macaron. We've been saying it all morning long, and the perfect pairing, of course, is a beautiful cup of tea. And so Lindsay's going to show us how you guys make your London fog, which you're becoming well known for, and it's a bit of a process. So where do we start?
So at its base, a London fog is an Earl Grey, an Earl Grey tea steeped into steamed milk with vanilla syrup, but we kind of amp it up. So we make a cold brew out of our Madame Grey, which really gets a really strong Earl Grey bergamot flavor. And we take that, we put in a touch of organic vanilla extract. It's made in Pemberton, British Columbia by Pemberton Distillery. It's a small local family distillery. We love to support local Canadian, people with great stories. And we take that, we take a fresh vanilla bean, we de-seed it, and we steep it all together. We make a simple syrup with a little bit of raw cane sugar, and that becomes our concentrate now for our London fog. So you get a really strong flavor. You mix this half and half with a little bit of milk or almond milk if you like, and you have a lovely London fog.
Beautiful. Okay, and we're steeping some other teas as well.
We are.
So what is the process to steeping a perfect cup of tea?
So there's a few steps in getting your perfect cup of tea. First is how much tea you use. It's really important that you know how much tea you need for how much water. You want to get the best flavor. Another really important aspect is how warm your water is. You don't want to have boiling water on something delicate like a green tea. You'll just burn your tea, you won't get great flavor. So that's why often people go to a tea shop and they'll have a wonderful cup of tea, they buy this tea and they go home and they just don't get the same flavor out of their tea, and they wonder why. The third really important stage is what do you make your tea in? So tea is a tea leaf, and when it's dehydrated, it becomes smaller, and when you add water, it expands. So what you really need is something where when you pour your water in, your tea leaves have room to expand. You want to get the water flowing over your tea. You want to get the best flavor possible. And then the last aspect is time. How long are you steeping your tea? Some teas are really delicate, and if you oversteep them by even 30 seconds, they become bitter, they lose their flavor, and you've lost your great cup of tea.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to bring this forward here because you have some of your most popular teas, and what would you say is the number one?
Well, I'd say we have two. So we have, in the black teas, is our Madame Grey, and it's our take on a Lady Grey. We just Frenched it up a little bit. So it's a classic, really strong Earl Grey tea with a touch of citrus. It's really lovely. And then this is our Summer in Paris. It's an herbal tisane, so there's no caffeine in it. We do our own blend. It's Summer in Paris. When I was creating it, it was meant to be the antithesis to winter in Calgary.
Right.
So it's bright, it's tart, it's hibiscus-based, it's got rose hips, which are native to Alberta, tons of vitamin C. It's a great winter tea.
Beautiful. Although it does kind of feel like summer in Paris, especially around these parts and with the forecast as well. So a beautiful time to walk down 17th Avenue and pick up some tea and a little treat, guys.
This just reminded me, Ted, my first word was actually not a word, it was a series of words, and it was cup of tea.
Really?
Yes.
Your first thing to say was
My
a phrase?
first thing to say was a phrase. Well, cup of tea is kind of like one word.